stand fully in support of the chief and the firefighters and Rose and Holly, and in stark opposition to the repugnant activities and behavior of the Rose Township Board. And anything we can do, anything I can do to help, to get involved and get the word out, I'm ready. Thanks. Keep up the fight.
All right. Thank you. Again, I'm Dan Johnson, live at 8635 Tipsco Trail, Holly, Michigan. One of the things that caught all of us by surprise is I watched the video of the last NACFA meeting where Mr. Koulis said that Holly Township was considering withdrawing from NACFA. After that happened, Diane Scheib-Schneider and Paul Gamka promptly came back to Rose Township at the next township meeting and said absolutely nothing about it. It caught all of us by surprise, and then since then we've been trying to spread the word and get as many people involved as possible. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
It's Julia Stern, 1445 Munger Road. I was going to keep my mouth shut, but can't resist.
Grab the mic.
Mike? I think the most important thing is what is everybody going to do before or shortly after tomorrow's meeting? I don't have a plan. I hope that you people have a plan, or the public has a plan, because I think that's going to make, that's an important meeting. I got some bullet points. So, you know, Diane has kind of a web of bad people she consorts with.
Mike.
Sorry.
Pick it up. The whole thing.
And even in social media, you know, you can't even get the truth out in social media because you got a bunch of minions out there and arguing and asking questions. So you've got that problem. The recall effort seems like a great route, but that's fraught with pitfalls, and the time is short to execute that. So that's a great route, though. I'm just going to put a great rave review for the attorney Laddie. He's one of the finest municipal attorneys around. If you could utilize him, get him to help. There's some new court decisions regarding the Open Meetings Act and violations and what can be done with open meeting violations. There's numerous violations occurring at Rose Township meetings, and there's numerous violations in the NACFA meetings. The new decisions allow people that are in those meetings to pierce the veil of secrecy with court forgiveness, for lack of a better word. So, so I think you've got 4 people here, the township clerk, both township clerks, and the supervisor and Jeremy, that can look into that ability, and that would bring criminal charges against Diane and Gamka, and that may be a more expeditious route to get rid of them rather than even the recall effort. I'm not. This is new court rulings, but I think that you could seek some recommendations from your attorneys. Thanks.
Thank you.
Tina Graves. I live at 16065 Fish Lake Road. I am the wife of a firefighter here, 30 plus years total with the department. In those 30 years, I have seen nothing but continued improvement in how things are run. Now, I would like to know what is coming out of this meeting. Where are we going next? Is it a recall for Rose Township? Is it a stepping down of the board members? A resignation request for Mr. Stouffer? What is the next step? What do we need to do as citizens? I may be a Holly Township citizen, but I have no problems whatsoever helping out Rose Township in anything they need help with. And if you were at last week's Rose Township meeting, I have a retired father who is willing to knock on every single door, as he stated. And he will, trust me. So we just need to make sure the word is getting out there. What is the next step? What is the plan to do? That's it.
Thank you.
Chris Kettle, 17231 Williams Drive, Rose Township, also captain down at Station 3 on Rose Center Road. I just want to let the board know that we appreciate what you're doing up here tonight, getting this out to the community, and I want you to know that we have your support. I was sitting in the back tonight doing a count. We have 25 firefighters here tonight listening into this. It's because we care about both townships, and we care about our chief. So I do not approve what the board on the Knoxville board is doing. Myself, I work a full-time job. I can't make the meetings at 3 p.m. because I don't get off work until 3 in downtown Detroit. So, you know, if we can move those meetings to get more public involved, let's move it back to 7 p.m. like it used to be. Give everybody a voice. That's just my opinion. My job as captain is to look after the station, look after my fellow firefighters. So I trust every one of these people standing behind me. I trust my chief, and we're not going to go down without a fight. And, I fear for the townships if this goes awry, because as a paid-on-call officer, like I said, I have a full-time job. I run from home. I respond from home. I don't need to do this. I choose to do it, just like most of these people stand behind me. Thank you.
Is that everybody for public comment? All right. I will address two questions that were raised. Where do we go from here? The purpose of this meeting was to get the public's attention. You are here, and we appreciate that. The question was, somebody asked, what is our game plan? We don't have one because we don't have any power to enforce one. It's going to have to come from the residents. Your voices are going to have to be heard. The direction we're going is clear. It's not healthy. The voters gave the power to the elected officials, each one of us. The voters are the one that have the right to take it away. Plain and simple. You can come to the meetings, you can put pressure, you can voice your opinions. Can we force people to listen? No, we can't. That's what the ballot box is for. This board tonight can make its recommendation. We can join with the Firefighters Association in the vote of no confidence in requesting the citizen at large to resign. I've been asked if we could read the document onto the record. So if we would do that now, we do have a motion on the floor for a vote of no confidence and the resignation. Go ahead and read that.
Okay. Whereas a vote of no confidence is an alternative method to bring forth serious concerns of public safety and mismanagement to the public, while still promoting uninterrupted and dedicated service, because such services are vital to the welfare and public safety of the residents of Holly Township and Rose Township. And whereas by unanimous vote of the firefighters who belong to the North Oakland County Firefighters Association, we believe that this no confidence resolution is but one of those very limited options available to promote these purposes. And whereas, and listed below are the reasons why the membership of the North Oakland County Firefighters Association have no confidence in the North Oakland County Fire Authority Board of Directors, Chairperson and Citizen at Large Peter Stauffer. The chairperson/citizen at large, through both informal and formal processes, has routinely undermined the fire authority through parliamentary maneuvering, information suppression, and covert intimidation, creating an environment contrary to the forward-looking management style needed to address the challenges facing our fire department. These include supporting funding and budgeting decisions that have undermined the morale of the firefighters and compromised the safety of the department members and our citizens, falsely accusing another board member of a federal crime, implementing actions to suppress spontaneous input from officers during board meetings, excessive and unprecedented requests to utilize legal counsel resulting in thousands of dollars in legal fees, allowing infighting and petty grievances amongst board members, which threatens the ability of the two townships to govern together in a responsible way to ensure the continuation of the authority as an ongoing fire district, and showing to have a general disregard for the sanctity of the democratic process. That was number one. Number two, the legal definition of citizen at large is a person who does not represent a specific organization and is a resident of the member municipality. As the chairperson, citizen at large, Peter Stauffer has been appointed to the Rose Township Zoning Board of Appeals. He now concurrently holds a former position for one of the townships, which diminishes his independence and as such no longer meets the intent of a citizen at large. Whereas the reasons for this vote include lack of leadership, bullying of fellow board members, failure to respond to firefighter and citizens' concerns, fiscal decision-making priorities, the appearance of biased support of Rose Township motions, and lack of overall concern for the well-being and continuation of the fire authority. The members of the North Oakland County Firefighters Association believe that chairperson, citizen at large, Peter Stauffer should resign immediately and the process for replacement be started as such. Our goal is not to create acrimony or compromise the safety of our community, but to share our concerns so we can improve the department and provide for the continuation of the quality of service we have been delivering the community and which they expect and deserve. Despite the crisis, the North Oakland County Fire Authority firefighters will continue to stand strong in protecting life and property and remain committed to the public we serve. Furthermore, as many members of the North Oakland County Firefighters Union, IAFF Local 5346, are also members of the North Oakland County Firefighters Association. The members of the NOCFFU Local 5346 do abstain from the vote on the motion that creates this resolution. The membership of the union would like to remain neutral in this matter.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor to adopt the resolution and call for the resignation of citizen at large Peter Stauffer. Is there support?
Support.
Motion by Clerk Winchester with support by Trustee Ruth. Is there any further discussion?
I don't know if we should add in something like overwhelming support of those in attendance or something, I don't know, up in the front of that thing. Just- Otherwise, it's fine, just as
Yeah.
it is.
I had a question from the secretary.
It does not. Pardon?
What was the question?
Yes, a resolution is immediate.
Yep. Is there any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Motion carries 4-0. Now, there is a second public comment. We kind of exercised that for the last hour. If anybody has a last statement they'd like to make, you got to come up to the mic. If you're going to make a comment, you got to come up to the mic.
That's all right.
8635 Tipsico Trail. I just have one question. I understand that you guys are just 2 votes out of 5. But with a 3-2 vote, can the NACFA board remove Mr. Sofer?
Yes. No. Oh, yeah, with a
It has
3
to be
to 2.
3.
No. No, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying Mr. Lynch. I'm sorry. You said Mr. Stauffer.
Yes.
No, because there isn't a, he is one of the 3-2 vote. Without him, it's 2-2.
I understand that, but I think there's going to
Yes.
be a little bit of pressure brought on Mr.
If there was
Gamka
a
and Ms.
motion-
Schneider.
Yes.
If there was a motion to be made, and it would have to be a 3-1 vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Stern, come on.
Come up to the mic.
Don't talk until you get the mic.
Unlike Peter Stouffer, I'm not an expert on Robert's Rules of Order. However, I suggest maybe you look and see, she couldn't vote on her censure. Maybe he's not able to vote for his removal. Don't know.
But it's still 2-2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know.
Anyone else for public comment? All right, I want to thank everybody for attending. I'm sorry?
Mary?
Oh, come on.
Mary Blanchard, 3444 Old Creek Drive, Holly, Michigan. And I'd just like to clarify, is there a meeting tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and is it at the fire station?
There is
Yes.
a meeting at 3 o'clock. It is at Station 1.
And residents are allowed, is that correct?
I'm sorry?
Residents are allowed to attend?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And encouraged.
Yes.
Yep. So, before I call this meeting to an end, I just want to remind you, please stop up here, grab one of these outlines so you can update yourself and become familiar with the issues. I want to take one moment. It's been a very frustrating time when you're in a seat and you have no power for change. It can be very frustrating. When you have to sit through 28 3-2 votes, it gets very frustrating. But I want to make one thing clear. Nobody feels this frustration more than Chief Lintz. It's his job, it's his reputation on the line, and I want to tell you, he has handled himself with the utmost professionalism through this whole thing, and I want you to know tonight that you have a room full of people that are behind you. That being said, I will call this meeting at 8:53.